Hey everyone, new and old subscribers. Just recap. Um, Bachelor of Science of Economics. That is what Trump is touting as he knows everything. Let me rephrase what Bachelor of Science is, because I've been looking into it, and a Bachelor of Science is an undergraduate academic degree awarded for programs that generally last 3 to 5 years. The first university to admit a student to the degree of Bachelor of Science was the University of London in 1860. Um, this is how old Trump's Bachelor of Science in Economics is. It's from May 1968. Nearly 40 years. No, nearly 60 years old it is. Which means Trump's knowledge and such of how economics works, and that he actually graduated with honors at the top of his class, is a complete lie. I don't like doing these videos because it can actually cause hatred and such, and I really don't care what people think or say about me. I don't care if I'm going bald. That's from stress itself and male pattern baldness. I'm not getting it fixed or anything because I kind of like the way it is. Trump's family background is German. His father actually said he was from Sweden, which at the time can actually be considered a governmental lie. Because Donald Trump's father, or I should say Donald Trump's grandfather, died of the Spanish flu pandemic in 1918 actually. So Donald Trump saying he knows everything about coronavirus and such is a complete lie. It's totally bullshit. Just like Trump's degree, like Trump's bachelor's of science in economics, is complete and utter bullshit. Because Trump completed what, 2 years at was it Fordham University. 2 years later, he transferred to Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, and graduated in that time. I can pull up Barack Obama. And just go, okay. Wherever. Education is Punahou School. Let's see. And here we go. Barack Obama. Education. Let's see. Columbia University. Bachelor of Arts is a bachelor degree awarded for an undergraduate program of the arts and science. Bachelor of Arts programs generally take 3 or 4 years depending on the country and institution. They're contrasted with Bachelor of Science. So Donald Trump's Bachelor of Science in economics is actually, well, stupid. And then Harvard University. His doctorate degree, also known as the Doctor of Jurisprudence degree, is a graduate entry professional degree in law and one of several Doctor of Law degrees in Australia, Canada, the United States, and some other common law countries. Is earned by completing law school. So we go. So I'm actually in the education section of Barack Obama. Obama started at St. Francis pre-education from the age of 3 to 5, which is good because that's what, well, it's virtually like kindergarten and such. Then attended local Indonesian language schools. Again, that's pretty common. 2 years and I think I'm gonna butcher this. I'm not entirely sure. Selo, Secola Desa Negreri Mentang 01, which is State Elementary School, Mentang 01, Bekini, Meseki School. Telling by English language, Catholic school, homeschooling by his mom. Fair enough. Hard times and such during that period. And I do mean that period. Yeah. So Donald Trump is 3 years older than Barack Obama and is still going on about everything. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sink in. Like, literally sink in. Barack Obama is nearly 60. He was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. Yep, that's fine. Honolulu is the capital, largest city of the US state of Hawaii. And Hawaii is actually one of the 50 states of America. So Donald Trump, Obamagate's about to be thrown out the window completely. So that's Obamagate there. That's my back cushion. That's Donald Trump and Obamagate. That would be thrown straight out. School, a private college preparatory school. A college preparatory school is a type of secondary school. The term can refer to public, private, independent, or particularly schools primarily designed to prepare students for higher education. Wow, Trump didn't attend one of those, that's for sure. And everyone's going to jump down for it saying, yeah, he did. No, he didn't. Because I'm looking at early life and education on Donald Trump, and nope, nothing. And here we go. Profiles of Trump published in the New York Times in 1973 and 1976 erroneously reported that he had graduated first in his class at Wharton but had never made the school's honor roll. Yeah. In 2015, Trump's lawyer Michael Cohen threatened Brown University and the New York Military Academy with legal action if they release Trump's academic records. Here's the thing. Trump never went to military school. He claimed he had bone spurs. Funny how that actually works. So let's see. Just gonna go Donald Trump's time. And this is where it's gonna get fun. And I do mean this is where it's going to get fun. Donald John Trump, DT, military rank achieved private. Company F1960, Corporal 961, Athletics. Wow, really, Trump? Varsity baseball. Yeah, how did you actually fit that in? Bowling, softball, freshman baseball, JV basketball, JV football, JV wrestling, right hall bowling, activities Columbus Day Parade, commanding officer. Yeah, I think all that's going to be demolished. Academic records and honors. Proficient graduate, 62, 63, honor Cadet 1960, 61, 63, and 64. Yeah, I think your military captain would want a few words with you. And I think the New York Military Academy will be stripping you of all those awards and medals for your blatant disregard for the law. They are a school. You are only commander-in-chief. But back to the education differences between Donald Trump and Barack Obama. Let's see, oh. Okay, the university, let's see. So we're going with the, okay, yeah, the aid of a scholarship from 5th grade until he graduated high school. Yep, okay, that's Obama, and his youth Obama went by the nickname Barry. Barry. I know a few Barrys. And I do mean I know a few Barrys. Not going into the like where he lived and such in Hawaii for years. His mother graduated as a graduate student in anthropology at the University of Hawaii. Damn, man. Damn, you're well educated. Obama chose to stay in Hawaii with his grandparents for high school at Panama when his mother and half returned to Indonesia. So his mother could begin anthropology field. Okay, yeah, that's great. Okay, PhD, which is a Doctor of Philosophy, is the highest university degree, blah blah blah. Yeah, we know what a PhD is. Damn. Man, damn it. Obama, I feel for you, man. I really feel for you. Losing a family member is not hard in the 90s. And I should know that. Though Obama did reflect his years in Honolulu, Obama has also written and talked about using alcohol, marijuana, and cocaine during his teenage years to push questions of who I was out of my mind. Damn it, I don't have a stash of weed near me. Because that would probably help with my disability. 3. Lower back, ankle, and, well, it's lower back, knee, and ankle, all on one leg. 2 on one leg, 1 in the lower back. And it is a lot harder to do anything that I used to do. I used to be able to lift things that were heavy. Can't do that because it would probably put me in hospital and into a wheelchair. So graduating from high school in 1979, Obama moved to Los Angeles to attain an Occidental College. To attend Occidental College on a full scholarship. Occidental College is a private liberal arts college in Los Angeles, California, founded in 1887 by Gallery and members of the Presbyterian Church. It is now a non-sectarian institution and one of the oldest liberal arts colleges on the west coast of the United States. 1981, Obama made his first public speech calling for Occidental to participate in the disinvestment from South Africa in response to the nation's policy of apartheid. Now, if you're probably wondering what apartheid is, apartheid was a system of institutionalized racial segregation that existed in South Africa and Southwest Africa from 1948 until the early 1990s. It was categorized by an authoritarian political culture based on Bashiap, which ensured that South Africa was dominantly political, social, So, social by and economically by the nation's majority white population. Yeah, okay. Not going to go further into that topic. Mid 1981, Obama travelled to Indonesia to visit his mother and half sister, friends in Pakistan and India for 3 weeks. Later in 1991, he transferred as a junior to Columbia University, which was established in New York in 1754, where he majored in political science. And that's where Trump fails. Quite literally, Trump fails. Obama has studied. He majored in political science. Gee, I wonder if I should actually study that after another course I am actually currently doing that I can't say. With a specialty in international relations. Oh, would you look at that? Trump gets shot at again. And in English literature, wow, Trump just got shot again in the foot. And lived off campus. Yeah, most people would actually do that. Graduated with a BA, which is a, well, I went over the Bachelor of Arts, is a bachelor degree in 1983. Oh, what a year it was! What a decade that was to be alive in the 80s. You had what? We had Transformers, He-Man, She-Ra, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, let's see, Twisted Sister, The A-Team, Baywatch, and actually, I'm gonna link it because we also had Cheers, Elf, The Cosby Show, Family Ties, Mention PI, Knight Rider, Hill Street Blues, The Golden Girls. Oh, I so love The Golden Girls. I missed that show. It was one show I watched with my mum. Moonlighting, My Name Vice, The Wonder Years, Who's the Boss, MASH, good show. Ran from 1972 to 1983. So it was nearly 20 years old. Well, actually it was 20 years old. It was 21 years old. MASH is, when it finished. Clancy and Lancy? Or Caney and Lancy, I should say. Night Court, Married with Children, The Dukes of Hazzard, Quantum Leap, Murder, She Wrote. Good series. That is a good series. That was repeated again in the 90s. MacGyver, Perfect Strangers Dynasty, Star Trek Next Generation with Sir Jean-Luc Picard. Three's Company, Roseanne, good family show, loved it, beautiful. It was spot on family entertainment. Dallas, Growing Pains, LA Law, Saved by the Bell, The Love Boat. Not going into that because I never watched it and wasn't allowed to because of certain themes and such as a kid. I wasn't allowed to be exposed to. Different Strokes, Small Wonder, 21 Jump Street, Raymond Steel, Full House, another good family show. The Facts of Life, Doggy Howser MD, Straight Elsewhere, The Fall Guy, Simon and Simon, Murphy Brown. If you don't know who Murphy Brown is, I advise you to actually look that show up. Taxi, A Different World, Happy Days, very good show Happy Days is, and one that I used to watch in the 90s because it was actually on repeat at a good time slot. The Jeffersons, The Greatest American Hero, Airwolf, Newhart, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Oh, and Bosom Buddies as well. So, Airwolf was an American action military drama television series that ran from January 22 in 1984 until August 7th, 1987. The program centers on a high-tech military helicopter of sorts. Not bad. But I will put down the what is it, list order of the IMD B. Ooh, there's also Street Hawk, action crime mystery, the ultimate high-tech detective. Ooh, Spencer, in the heat of the night. Magnum PI, the A-Team, the Equalizer. Who would have known? Knight Rider with David Hasselhoff. Remember that hair? Remember his hair that time? I know a few of you lovely ladies would actually be going back to watch that if you're a fan of David Hasselhoff. Ooh, empty nest. Charles in Charge. Oh, Fraggle Rock. Oh, used to watch that as a kid. And I mean very young kid. Toddler, even. Oh, there's a whole bunch here. Punky Brewster, anyone? Yes, there is a whole lot of TV shows here, including The Smurfs, Garfield and Friends, Snorts. God, I used to watch that. That used to be on Angro's Cunning Connection and Cheese TV. In the 90s. It was released then. Transformers was... Yeah, okay. Transformers, 1984 to 1987. Cheese TV got hold of it. It was Generation 2 in the 90s, and that was before Beast Wars came out. G.I. Joe, Voltron, The Defender of the Universe. Kid Video, if anyone remembers that. Dungeons and Dragons. Yes. The bane of everyone's existence when everything goes horribly wrong and you're sitting there, you're trying to get you roll that d20, you're trying to get something above 1, and it just rolls that 1, which means you failed. There's actually a meme going out called Seduce the Dragon. And it's actually the bard has to do it. But getting back to Barack Obama and Donald Trump, well, I can safely say we actually can finish up the, between both. Donald Trump has failed a number of times already. Barack Obama has succeeded a exponential amount of times, considering, and, well, Barack Obama graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in 1983 and worked for about a year at the Business International Corporation, where he was a financial researcher and writer, and then as a project coordinator for the New York Public Interest Research Group on the City College of New York campus for 3 months in 1985. Donald Trump's education only stops at, what is it? The Wharton School? And then just drops off completely. Donald Trump's ex-lawyer Michael Cohen actually showed a letter that was sent to all of the schools that Donald Trump went to, including the New York Military Academy. I wouldn't be surprised if they are actually planning to march to Donald Trump's office in the White House and formally hand him a letter that will have him put up into a military court of law. And I wouldn't be surprised if they actually strip him of his medals and such from the school. That is the outcome Donald Trump could be facing. Now, as someone who actually does read the American Constitution nearly every day and such, there is a 25th Amendment that can actually be brought into place, and I am actually calling upon Congress to actually implement that. Donald Trump's complete and utter failure of handling the coronavirus pandemic has been for all the world to see, including at his rally, where he actually said the coronavirus is a hoax. That is not what a president should be saying to the American public, nor to the whole world that is watching. Like I said it before, near the beginning, I don't like doing these videos because it can actually incinerate hate. It can bring hatred to me I don't give a shit about. Because you bring your hatred and you start calling me names, I can label you as a cyberbullying, which means your account gets reported and you get blacklisted from YouTube permanently, with the police rocking up on your doorstep with an arrest warrant. That is what cyberbullying comes with. Donald Trump has been using social media like Twitter to push false and misleading information along with conspiracy theories that hold no truth, and this whole Obamagate that Donald Trump has just opened a can of worms on for unmasking Michael Flynn has just unmasked a whole lot of names of the National Security Agency that followed the law. I don't care if this video doesn't get seen by Donald Trump because he's nothing but a complete, utter orange bronzer using idiot. Yes, that is orange bronzer that he does use. It's nowhere near what he was. What color skin he was. Michael Jackson had skin pigmentation that was actually a mutation of the skin pigmentation of the skin. Did anyone tell Michael Jackson we're going white? No. He had a mutation of the skin pigmentation. It also happens in lions, okay? The rare white lion, the rare white tiger. Skin color pigmentation. It is a mutation. It's a mutation of the gene. The reason I don't like doing videos like these is because this video actually made me completely sane for nearly 30 minutes and I didn't give a shit. This video can also be used against Donald Trump a number of times, though if people do actually watch this to the very end, which I hope they do, you will probably might see something else a little different. And yes, I do know I have the white from my monitor and phone coming in through my glasses and eyelids. Well, not eyelids, but the irises of my eyes. I do actually have a freckle in the left or right eye. I have to wear glasses, namely these. And these are prescription sunglasses. These cost me over $400. These are Oakley's. These are prescription glasses. I have to wear them because I am short-sighted. And yes, short-sighted can actually be seen as a disability at times and kind of a hindrance in studying. Because you have to wear glasses all day, even at home. I've worn these all day, nearly. From the time I get up to the time I go to bed. Donald Trump does not go to bed at times. He sits on his phone on Twitter pushing conspiracy theories and actually tweeting out stupid things that you shouldn't be saying because it can be seen as pushing false and misleading information along with cyberbullying, which means under Twitter's terms and conditions and Twitter's own guidelines, Donald Trump can have his account blacklisted, banned, and blocked for life. Yet the CEO of Twitter is actually Donald Trump's back pocket. And Donald Trump's Twitter followers are nothing more than bots at times. As in, over half of them are bots. They're fake accounts that can actually be made by Donald Trump's own team to actually make it look like that, someone created an account and just searched Donald Trump. I mean, there's a freaking kid's name on there for fucking crying out loud. There's name of dead people on there as well. I wouldn't be surprised if family members are already going through that list and drafting a freaking lawsuit against Donald Trump for it. Over 80,000 people dead from the coronavirus in America, and America has the 1/3 of infected cases on the list. Donald Trump is trying to play a very dangerous game. If Donald Trump wants to play a very dangerous game, that's fine. It's his head. His hands have blood on them already. Remember that kid that died? Yeah, that was Donald Trump. And that was the kid in a detention center that had no access to a doctor, no access to anything. The people in those detention centers have no access to nothing. Donald Trump has violated human rights law a number of times already. I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually freaking threw a book at him and told him to read it. Even if they threw a book that is the American Constitution at his head and told him to read it. I read the American Constitution. There is a 25th Amendment to it. One that can be enacted. Donald Trump was impeached. End of story. The Senate leader Mitch McConnell is nothing but a Russian puppet who got told by Russia to actually find him not guilty. And let's not forget Donald Trump's threat either. The one where if you don't stand by me, your head's on a pike. And that is a tweet. And I will pull that tweet up. Because it was actually published by Rolling Stones, Market Watch, Washington Post, Vanity Fair, Slate, NBC News, Reuters, abcnews.go.com, abcnewyork.com, lawandcrime.com also picked up on it too. And this is Donald Trump's words, your head will be on a pike. That, right there to me, means it is a threat. It is a complete threat to the Republicans. And they're just waking up to Donald Trump's lies and deceit right now. When they had a chance to remove Donald Trump last year, did they act on it? No, they were a bunch of cowards. Now they're actually going against Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump because they're finally growing a backbone for themselves. And yes, I will actually put that down in the comments so you can actually all go look for it. And make up your own mind about it because, it's really annoying when someone does it. And I do mean it's really annoying when someone says it because it really pisses people off. Because I'll put the one that actually has the video. Senate Republicans said lead impeachment manager Representative Adam Schiff insulted them during the trial on Friday night by repeating an anonymously sourced report that the White House has threatened to punish Republicans who voted against President Donald Trump. And that was Trump's words. And I do mean, yeah, Trump hasn't sold any best-selling books. No one actually brought his board game. That was a huge failure. And Trump actually sees himself as a dictator. So, yeah. And this video has gone on long enough. I'm going to end here. Make up your own mind and such. Because oh, and just to make things clear, threatening jurors with violence, physical violence, is a felony offense. So I wouldn't be surprised if Trump is arrested in the coming weeks. Like I said, when I was comparing the education, Donald Trump shot himself in the foot a number of times already. Now this time, I think Donald Trump may want to be looking for a resignation letter for himself. Because that is what is waiting for him. A resignation. Not a pardon, a resignation. And unless he doesn't excuse himself by a resignation, how does being arrested, thrown in jail, no trial, thank you very much, under the 25th Amendment? And Article 2, which means you can actually be trialed for treason to the American people, which you can actually be done under Donald Trump. You're tweeting more and more fake and false misleading information. You're tweeting false news from Fox News, who I have congratulated on actually getting onto the fake news list. Because their hosts are nothing but complete and utter morons who don't understand that they're not reporting on the news, they're actually pushing propaganda. And when you push propaganda for another foreign power, like Russia, for instance, you can find out the hard way what it's like to actually lose your viewerships and your base. Because if we look, and I do mean, you can actually look up the impeachment trial and just see the desk of those who are coming from Congress to Trump's TV show lawyers, who are complete freaking idiots, and one of them actually was fired because they didn't actually state constitutional law, because they actually flouted that and got themselves fired. They're not a doctor anymore of constitutional law because they actually failed the American Constitution. And other people have actually called them out on it. So, I'm ending this here. Bye. See ya. This coronavirus is completely driving me insane.